Hello everybody. It's been a long time. I haven't been able to do crafting videos because I recently moved my room, and the way I had this set up there was I had this big shelving unit over my desk, which I had screwed pieces of wood to hold my camera. In this room I have difficulty because my desk is in the middle of the room. Now I'll show you what's going on. What's nice about this room is in behind me I have a big shelving unit as well too, that once upon a time was a window in when my mother-in-law used to stay in this house. I'm actually in part of her old living room, which is a bedroom, and my two youngest sons were sleeping in here. I recently moved them out. One went into the bigger room with my second son because he was sleeping with he was sharing the room with my oldest son, who got married last year. And I had to do this a long time ago, but I was kind of taking my time. Really cold winter, and then the surgery and everything that I had, so I was ready now to do it. And my youngest son took over my old laundry room, which is right beside me. It was a little bedroom, and that I transformed into a slash laundry room. It had my dryer in there, and a big armoire that would hold a lot of my linen and things, and extra clothes, and the winter coats and things like that. Anyways, the armoires I still haven't moved because I still have a big white one in here that I don't want in here, and so I was hoping to move these armoires in the summer, but I think I'm going to be doing that sooner than later. What has recently happened is while I moved into this room, there was already my tiling, my floors are coming up. There's humidity underneath the house, and they're coming up. So what I am doing, I didn't want to change the tiles in this house because for me it's useless. Like, we're talking about 5-6 years from now, maybe even 10. Me and my husband will probably be moving out and making a little home in our olive orchard, which isn't too far from here. It's only about a 5-minute drive, and it's up in the hills, so it's very pretty up there. You can see the ocean from up there. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to build a little house. But until then, we might even end up staying here in the smaller part of the house where I did have my old crafting room. But until then, for me, it's absurd to spend money on tiling my floors now. And we have a store, so the minimum part of the expense, that maybe the most part of the expense isn't that expensive for us. You have to move when you're tiling floors. Like, I have to take apart all these armoires. In my living room, I have a huge wall unit, but huge. I'd have to take that. You have to move. You have to move rooms, and it's very hard because here I would probably be doing it room by room. You can't do it all at once because I have nowhere to put all this furniture. So yeah, it would probably be room by room. Anyways, getting back to the discussion, that when I moved into this room, there was a little bump in the floors. And I guess because of moving furniture around, because of bringing more weight into this room, the floors actually just started popping. And my dog is even terrified to walk over it. She's shocked. She takes a long way around to come in. She's so funny. I'll show that to you now too. She's sleeping right here now in front of my desk. But yeah, and I'm really dying to, I haven't done art videos as well either, because I'm finally finishing up on the baby stuff that I've been doing. I recently finished all the little keepsake, the little gifts, and I'm letting those air out because I varnished them, the little gesso pieces, and which actually is a porcelain type of ceramic for the ones I did. And I recently did a video on these little forms, and I finally finished the wreath that I want to put on the door, which is a rag wreath with Ute, I think you guys call it. potato sack. It's a very beautiful color of, you know, blue. And then I'm doing these. Who lives in Europe knows the store Lidl, and you can find. I've recently found art supplies. Actually, if Nina, if you're watching, I found these, and this as well too, which is a mixture of blue. It's got some modeling paste. It's a mixture of stuff too. And I bought those markers as well too. She showed them time ago. And they had these little forms which were painted really pretty. Look at them. Now they're white, but they were painted really pretty. I did love the colors of it, but the colors didn't go well with my wreath. And these will be hanging on the bottom of the wreath as well as being into the wreath. And I painted them white first because when I put the fabric on top of it, you could barely see the color underneath because some of them were pink. So I painted them all white, and now I'm covering them up with fabric. See, this is one side and this is the other side. The edges are still a bit rough, but a heart and the butterfly and the flower. Yeah, these are the three types of whatchamacallit. Just a second, let me see if I can show you. Am I still in frame? Yeah. These ones too I picked up I picked up those, which are very pretty. They're butterflies and flowers and metal. They're pink, yeah, but I can always paint them, you know, if I need them. I'll put this underneath the camera again because it was the perfect height. So right now I have the camera popped up on a couple of boxes. And yeah, so I settled into this room little by little. I didn't do everything. I did a big part of it in the first couple of days, but then because I'm not using the old room, I did it very slowly. I started moving stuff slowly. I'm still deciding. I can't really decide much right now because of this big armoire that's in here. Once this big armoire goes, I have another piece of furnishing that's totally cabinets, and it even has window cabinets as well too. It was a piece of furniture that was my brother-in-law's, and he gave it to me, and it's about 3 meters. It'll fit perfectly on this wall, but it's got so much storage in it, and I do want to paint it white. But yeah, now I have to hold off on everything because we just might have to change the tiles because I can't. This tiling here, like about 6 to 8 tiles popped, and they cracked as well too. It happened right in front of me. I was sitting here and all of a sudden I hear crack, 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 crack. And it was already bumpy that morning. My husband had seen it. And now because of this popping up, going down the hallway now, coming out of the room, it's starting to pop as well there too. So I just might have to move everything, you know, because I even like, I know, I say I don't want to do these expenses. We can do what we did in the kitchen. In the kitchen, 4 tiles popped and we replaced it. It came out beautiful because of the placement it was. The 4 tiles popped up almost in the middle of my window where in my kitchen. So we put these decorative tiles in place of those, and they look like they had always been there. It's beautiful. Here, we're gonna, or I'm gonna do a patchwork fixing for the time being, or everything has to be taken out and we tile the whole house. I'm hoping what I would choose today to tile the house is, here we have these beautiful ceramic fake wood tiles. Like, you have to touch them to see if they're real or not. They are so beautiful, so realistic. And I'm thinking if I have to do the house, I would do them with that, hoping that takes this house one day will like them and just leave them the way they are, because I can't see them changing the rooms, like knocking down walls and things like that, because the house is divided nicely. It's not bad. So yeah, or you know what, we change the tiles and keep, you know, an extra 10 to 20 meters in the house just in case they have to do changes or things like that. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not. This would be a whole summer job, you know, doing it room by room and taking furniture out and moving clothes and moving. Oh my God, I just don't want to think about it right now. It's just, I don't want to think about doing something like that. I don't mean to be complaining. I know, she turned on the camera to start complaining. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So what else have I been up to? I haven't really been in, not that I haven't been in the artsy crafty mood, because I'm doing a lot for my grandson, but I haven't been really watching a lot of videos. Yeah, and if I do watch them, I'm not even commenting because I'm just going through them. I'm watching more. I'm into watching documentaries right now. Yeah, I'm into watching documentaries, movies. I'm really into watching right now My Kitchen Rules, Australia. I love that show. I love it. I love cooking. Right now, since I got operated, I'm really, I want to cook, and try new things. Like I've tried Moroccan chicken with fennel. I've tried koftas. I've never tried them before, and I tried them with the lamb, minced lamb, and they're loving them. Actually, I was afraid that they are not used to these kind of spices and things like that. So of the spices that I can find, because I can't find all the spices here, and yeah, so, but the problem is that I make them with such enthusiasm and smelling and especially smelling, because I quit. It's going to be now 2 years since I quit smoking, and I actually really, one of my first reasons to quit smoking, my health, but I wasn't smelling food anymore. I wasn't tasting food anymore. That's how much I was smoking. So those were one of my reasons as well too to quit smoking, because I couldn't stand the fact that I had to put my head over the pot to sit there and kind of like try to whiff it to smell it. Like I wasn't having any of these senses anymore. Yeah, so getting back to quitting smoking. Yeah, see, I lost track, you guys. I'm totally hello. I forgot what I was saying. I was talking about cooking, but before that I was talking about something else. Oh my goodness, I'm too much. Yeah, I'll do this all the time. I'll forget what I was saying. And I do it a lot. You guys know. Who watches my videos, you guys know. Anyways, I was talking about videos before, and Victor, where are you? I haven't seen you around anymore. And Lori, I miss you so, so much. Lori Richardson Haley, or Lori Haley Richardson, whatever. I don't even think she's watching videos right now. But I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I haven't seen you around for a while. Pink Poodle Craft, I haven't seen you around in about a week or so, maybe 2. And who else haven't seen around? Like I said, I haven't been watching very many crafting videos. So, but yeah, I have noticed them missing. Then again, you know what it is? Because I haven't been watching them, because, when you go into your feed and you press the button, your subscribers, naturally you're going to get the last videos that they have done, and that's what I've actually been doing too. I haven't been strolling down the list to get to where I left off, so I am missing out on a lot of videos right now as well too. And I can't wait till I finish. Okay, I finally finished this wreath, and I can say that I'm done with the baby stuff until the baby's born, and then I'll put together the little boxes with the the little magnet inside, and close them up and have them ready. But I have to wait till it's born, because we have these little tickets, let me see if I can see one here. Flowers, gesso, use baby wipes, coffee filters. Oh, I think it's right here. Okay. Now I have a collection of these because I'm crazy about, very sentimental. I'm a very sentimental person, and these are, how do I have them here? Okay, these are tickets that I have saved. These are, when they're red, that means that they're for degrees, diplomas, and things like that. So when they get, their when they finally finished university and things like that, they'll probably throw a party and they'll get a little keepsake thing and put it in this ticket. Now in this ticket here, you know, you'll find the name of the person, the name of the person and what their degree is and the date and all that stuff. So, and I save these things, and I have a little box here full. Here's more. I've divided them between baptism, marriages, and things like that, communions. So what they do is they'll get this. This is a wedding one. It's an empty one. It came from one of those albums that were given to me. This has to be done when the baby's born. And on the inside, the baby's name, the date he was born, and I think that's it. I don't know if they put the weight in it. But anyways, yeah, this little ticket has to go in with the confetti, the little candies, around some tulle or organza, and then it will be put in the box. So that's the last thing I have to do. I have to wait till the baby's born. Yeah, and I've been thinking, because here I have the whole box, see? And I think I have found more in the living room. So I've been thinking I want to do a little album with these. There's some really cute one here. This is a bigger one that they did. I think it's for... That's so cute. Look at that. I should start using these in my art journals. They're so cute. And this one is, yeah, this one is for a birth, when the baby was born. So yeah, get that done. And it's going to be a long little video, you guys. I hope you're not going to get bored. And what do I have here? Oh, I have here even ones that were extras from, oh, my son Vito. These are extras from my son Vito. He just did them very plain. Nothing written on top or anything. And I have all these extras. So I can do something with these too. You know, I'm not going to throw them out. It's nice paper as well. Really nice paper. So yeah, I'll do something with those. He gave them to me. Didn't know what to do with them. When you order them, you have to get a minimum order. So, you know, if you have more, if you're probably gonna, you know, have all of these left over because you have to do a minimum order of, I think it's 50. And for the baby, actually, I'm doing 60 something, but I'm gonna tell my son to get 50 done right now. If the minimum order is 50, I'm gonna tell him just get 50 done. If we need the extras, we'll get them done after, because they're not going to go all at once. They're not going to be distributed all at once. They're going to be distributed as the people come to visit the baby, because they hear they come at home to visit the baby. They really bug you, yeah. We don't have baby showers here, you know, which would be very nice, because, you know, it's so stressful when, my kids, I was really, really lucky. Like, I had kids that, it's like they listen to me, sleep at night. And they did. They probably only woke up once or twice during the night. It's perfectly normal. But I didn't have colicky babies. I was so lucky. But those visits would come during the day, and it was probably a time of day that you just wanted to relax. Or if you were relaxed, if you were awake, maybe the baby was sleeping and you have other things to do, especially who has other children in the house. And it's not a very, like, the mentality here sometimes really stinks. It really bugs me, the mentality here. On things like this, it really bugs me because, and repeating, maybe the baby was sleeping and they want to see the baby, they want to touch the baby, they want to pick up the baby, and don't touch my baby. And I would never pick up my babies, you know, if it wasn't necessary, because then you were doomed. And here they have that problem of picking up babies and keeping them in their arms, and that baby wants to be in arms all the time after. It's perfectly normal that a baby wants to be in your arms. I remember sometimes when my kids were, my older kids, and, you know, because I have 5 boys. And as I was bringing a newborn home, you know, the other kids needed attention as well too. So sometimes I would even pop the chair on the table in the kitchen table, their baby seat, their baby chair. And while I was cooking or, you know, doing something, I would even prop their bottle. And amazingly, my kids would wrap their hands around that bottle. Like, they were like I told you, it was like I taught my kids. I was very, 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 very lucky with my kids. They were, and another thing about my kids was that I had problems going out with them because they wanted their crib to sleep. They would not sleep in their stroller. They would not sleep in their baby chair. They wanted their crib. And I would put them in their crib and they would fall asleep in there. I have no, like I said, very lucky. I probably wouldn't have had all these kids if, you know, because I see mothers that have fussy kids and that are crying all the time, and you know, they're probably colicky babies, poor little things. And so, you know, and I see people sometimes, and don't get me wrong, it would happen, you know, there would be times that remember my second son, there was a couple of months that he had really bad colics, and there was like, we were sleeping on the couch, me and him, you know, I would bring him into the living room and set him on his chair and you know, try to comfort him. And, you know, when he would fall asleep, I would leave him in there and I would fall asleep on the couch beside him to not wake him up again and worry about him, you know, crying again. So we would settle down in there. I remember that, but otherwise, no. It was like a perfectly, yeah, I was really lucky. Anyways, getting back to this room. So, like I said, this was a bedroom that was once upon a time a living room. And I had been saying for a long time that I wanted to move rooms because being back there in my father-in-law's house, it's too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, and I kind of felt left out. I wasn't using that room as I should have been using it. So I'm really happy to be here. The lighting, it's not bad. I have to figure out more lighting in this room, especially for when I start filming. I want to have a nice bright video. I know my videos are a bit dark. I don't have very much lighting because my sister kind of has, I'm looking under here, because my sister's walkway to go into her house is right out here. And I, you know, I see her, hi Nate. And she has kind of like a covering over where she has her table outside. So it kind of darkened this room a bit, even though it's not covering, it's covering a bit of this room. Yeah. But it kind of darkens the room. The window's not that big, and it's sturdy, you guys. So when you see it, please don't mind. I did the other side, but I have to do this side now. So I'll get you and show you. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to turn this around like that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the window. Like I said, it's small. And I have half of the shutters open all the way. Now, I could open the other side. I haven't done it because I have to go out and clean this side of the windows now in the next few days. And this side is usually always clean because this is the seaside of the house, and on the other side where I had my room was the mountainside. But this side is very important that I clean them often because of the salt, because especially after a winter. So let me see, I don't want to get you guys dizzy. And you know what, I'm wondering, there we go. So I'm stepping on the tiles that are broken right now. Now, the only thing that has to come out of this room other than the armoire is this piece here, which is my son's. We tried fitting it into his room, but we couldn't because the big armoire that's in his room is going to be out of there as well too. So he'll have more room to put this armoire. I'll show you, walking very slowly. Okay, so this is the other armoire, which is, and there's the reef right there. And as you can see, I have my dryer in here. Now the dryer can go into the other room over there where I used to have my craft room. And I think I will be moving it. I'm not going to let it stay here. And so this is an armoire that a bed would fit underneath. So this is what I want to do, is I want to put that in his room, fit the bed underneath, and then he'll have a whole wall to put this piece here, this drawer piece, and even a desk. So yeah, and that's the window, and this is where my desk is going. It's in the middle of the room. Then I have this extra piece here, which is a set of drawers. It was an old piece of my sister's old kitchen, which I kept because it's very useful. It has a whole bunch of drawers. I just have to paint I want to paint everything white, so that way it all goes together, except except maybe for that piece. I want somebody to look at it to see how old it is before I touch it. I just want to make sure that, because it's a beautiful old office piece. I don't know what it was for. And then on top I have, like, see, I said I still have to finish this room. It's not finished at all. I'm still bringing stuff in, deciding what I want to keep in here, deciding what I don't want in here. So yeah, I still have to, you know, that's all. It's all the stuff that I want to keep there, but it's cluttered up right now. I still have to fix it up. And this was the old window of the living room, which, don't mind the walls, you guys. They're really bad in here. I even have an air conditioning in here because this is one of the hottest rooms in the house. It gets the afternoon sun. But you know, when you open up the window, you get this beautiful breeze. So yeah, I have this unit here, this whole shelving unit, which is amazing to have. And then once this is gone here, I have a whole bunch of there she is. Dottie, say hello. That's Carlota. I'm sorry, you guys, my throat. So I have another 2 of these old wooden boxes. So I would like to stack them up on there. So what else did I do in here? I kept these ones in here. These are from the IKEA. And actually what's on top there that's covered with the plastic tablecloth is one of the doors to that antique piece, because I kept the doors off. Then I have my 2 shelving units here that I already had. So everything that was on there I pretty much put back on again. All my quilting books. I've done tours before, but I really haven't gone. That's the floor cracking underneath my feet because it's all popped. These are all my quilting books. Quilting, and then I got some, I even got this right here. all these down here, those are actually those are books that have lots of creative ideas in there. Lots of creative ideas. The one on the bottom, those are all sewing. That's a sewing encyclopedia, which anything I need to know about sewing is in there. Some of my favorite magazines that I couldn't get rid of. And then on top here, these are all quilting. Actually, I had gotten a couple of new books recently from these beautiful mixed media artists. And the problem here is that they are in French. Somebody help me. And they're amazing artists. They're amazing fabric artists, textile. Then I had this piece here that I did have, I wasn't using recently. Oh my goodness, it just cracked. Here, I'll show you guys. There, see that? That's the wire for the internet, but this is all cracked. And it goes all the way to there. The cracks, I don't know if you can see them in the camera. But look at that. If I show you from here, you can see where it's, you know, all lifted as well too. Right there. It's all lifted. And this just recently happened between yesterday and the day before. Anyways, getting back to this piece of furniture. I had it already. I painted it ivory. It was a wood color. It was a piece of furniture. It was a display cabinet for my husband's store. And it was displaying faucets. So he didn't need it anymore. And it was taking up a lot of space for a couple of faucets. Like there was only a couple of faucets. It was a nice, you know, thing, but it was he didn't like it. The nice thing about it, it's got wheels that don't turn very well, but I have this whole extra side to it as well too, which still has to be filled up. So I have my PBO paints that back here and some deco art, the big bottles. I have the big bottles. And what I will be putting back here is all my, you know, gessos and mediums and things like that. And then behind the door I have this this thing here that it was already here in the kids' room, so I kept it. And here I have Victor's. I love displaying all the stuff that I've received from people. Here I have Kathy's thing and pictures and things like that. And there I have a whole bunch of them as well too. So yeah, what I do love about this room though is this. This is amazing. It was built in, and back then they wanted to cover it up when I took over the house. I said, no, this has to stay. It has to stay. So what I do love about this room too, that the other rooms don't have, is that I put some framing around the windows and around the thing, which are also done in gesso. Well, we call it gesso here. You guys call it plaster of Paris, but we call it gesso here. So yeah, I've taken over for now a couple of, this one here that needs a shelving unit, but I've put some stuff that, I think I'll need more often than others. That one's still full of linen, and the kids didn't really use this. It was more for mine. They have their clothes someplace else. And, oh, she's so curious. What's the matter? She doesn't like this room because of the floors. She won't walk over them. And here I have finished. These are just drying out so that way they can, the smell of the varnish, and these are ready to go. And they all have the magnets underneath, see? They came out really cute. Yeah, so I can smell the varnish really bad. And yeah, this is where I live. In behind those houses is the sea. Like literally that street and another street over. Which is it's very pretty here. And yeah, so that piece of furniture, yeah, so I think all these pieces of furniture being moved in here is what caused, it was already bumpy, but it did cause most of it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, you guys. It's already at what, 32 minutes. Oh, that's not bad. Somebody that's, kind of bored, and I'll show you what happened in the kitchen. So you can see right here in front of my son's door, it's starting to pop as well too. Like I said, it's all in the next couple of days. I still have my laundry out here in the hallway because, like I said, my laundry room was taken up. And this is my kitchen. And this is what we did to fix those tiles that had broken, which looks beautiful because, like I said, it's just centered right underneath the window. And I love it. It's like it's always been there. So, I don't have a problem with that. But, like I said, I'm going to have to do some patchwork fixing up. And this is the big piece that I would have to move as well, too. It's huge. And in every room I have an armoire. Like I have a huge armoire in every room in this house. So it's not a very easy, it's not going to be easy to move all this stuff. But, hey, if I have to do it, I have to do it. Now here, once upon a time, these were the very old tilings that were in the old house, my mother-in-law's house. And the reason why it's like this is because this was closed off once upon a time. It was actually my storage room. When my mother-in-law died, we opened up the house again to access my father-in-law's room, so my father-in-law could come over here and eat with us. I didn't want him, going around the house outside on, those rainy days. And apart that he was, using a walker, so it was much more easier. This I don't mind because I usually have it covered up with a long carpet. And this is going to be another problem as well too, because this type of tiling has to be taken up with a jackhammer. This is another big huge armoire that I have in the hallway. That's the one that I had in my craft room. This one here. which is full of fabric. These are all my quilting fabrics. And I love this piece of furniture out here, and it's close by. I can have access to, you know, all my fabrics if I want. This is another armoire that was in the laundry room. This was my father-in-law's armoire that has to be taken out, and hopefully my brother-in-law will take it back because it's actually his. And that's it again, you guys. So this is my new crafting room, which I'm very excited about. So I just have to figure out a way to pop this camera up on top of something. Actually, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to look for videos to see if I can get a homemade stand for a camera. Find a homemade. I have more or less a visual idea of how to make it. I want to see if I can find an easier way out. That's all. Actually, you see that lamp there? I have an old one, and I took out the bulb. Where is it? It's right here. Sorry, hun. Oh, dear. Oh, you guys, I want to redo those caps. And I will do a video. But not all of them, 3 of them. But I will do a video on one of them. So this was the top of that lamp. And I took it off, seeing if I could use this part of the lamp to hold my camera. But there was no way that, like, I tried different types of things to do it. So I'm going to have to try to find a solution so that way I can get back to doing crafting videos now. Because I'm loving this room. I come in here every morning right away with my first coffee. And yeah, like I said, this will be gone. This will be put into my son's room after. And see, it has stickers all on the side, you know, the way kids are. So I'll have this extra room here as well too, to put some kind of other storage solution, or like I said, stack my wooden boxes, because I found another 2 that I've forgotten about, these wooden antique suitcases. And those would look really nice stacked up here, and I use them for storage. So there you go, you guys. This is what I look at when I'm at my desk. I have the table with, that's where I've been cutting my fabric and things like that. My sewing machine is there, but it's easily, I have easiest access to it to take it out. I could set it on that table and sew directly there. And I do want to put lighting. Actually, no, I'm not going to put lighting underneath there because this is going to be moved anyways. But in the meantime, I could put in one of those, you know, small lightings that you can attach with a couple of screws. Just to, you know, to get more lighting under there. So that's it, you guys. I hope you didn't get bored with this video. I really miss, like I said, I really miss doing videos, and I miss you guys. So hopefully I'll be back real soon. And until the next time, goodbye.